It's about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and there he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skill by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullen is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix!
Iguodala running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too, with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden, Barrett, and an early touch and an excellent...
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Hello out there and welcome to this episode of Sports Orbit. My name is Afa Acho Salufu. Swan is right here with me. Salufu, welcome to Sports Orbit.
Yeah, good day, Mr. Fan, and good day outside there. It's always a pleasure to be on the Sport Orbit, home of sport, where you get all the latest in the sporting world.
All right, on today's episode of Sports Orbit, we'll begin straight from the home turf, and that is talking about the NPFL, where Plateau United, Rivers United maintained title race as Chelsea overcame Enyimba in Ibadan yesterday. Of course, Plateau United extended their winning streak at home to 13 games as they keep pace with Rivers United at the summit of the NPFL law. In Jos, of course, Fidelis Ilechukwu had the last laugh against Benga Ogumbote's Remo Stars as Plateau United record a 1-0 victory over the visitors. And that victory meant that Plateau United have gone 13 games without dropping any points at home this season. Impressive record, if you ask me, especially at home for Plateau United.
That's a fantastic one there. That means going all straight points, all 13 points without dropping a point, with all the 13 match played this season so far. That is a highly commendable one and good one for the Plateau United. And one that means that really shows that why they are where they are in the second spot on the log. And Fidelis Ilechukwu, I have never have a doubt about his abilities. He has so well. When MFF, when people were heading of MFF, Fidelis Ilechukwu was the one behind the story of MFF. And since he left the MFF have never been the MFF again. Same thing when he came to Atlant, he wanted to replicate the same thing. But the management style at Atlant did not allow him to put his best and to execute what he wanted to job today. The Atlant FC has still owing him and he's taken for whatever. Then now he's come up the north here, and up the north here, people can see what he's doing. And yes, Plateau United is not a small team. They have won the league title before. They won it during the era of Kennedy. And but after Kennedy left, Plateau United started to shoot until it is now come in here now, and then one can also see that he's looking a very fantastic result. It's just that it's unfortunate that at the time they wanted to play, at the time he's doing well, Rivers United are not allowed them to shine the way they wanted to shine. And now they have a Rivers United to contend with, and it's still a two-horse race. Definitely. And this battle between Plateau United and Rivers United will definitely go to the wire. They'll go down the wires.
And of course, for Rivers United, it was 3-0 over Niger Tornadoes. And after that defeat to Sunshine Stars, Rivers United seem to have picked themselves up and come back to winning ways at classing Tornadoes 3-0 to stay on top of the table with 4 points.
Yeah, just like I would say last week, that's the makeup of a champion. And for you to prove that you're a leader and you have the character, you have to display the character. And I would say that was their first defeat in a very long time. And how they respond to that will quickly determine determine their quest for the titles. They don't just respond well, they respond well in the 3-0 defeat of Niger Tornadoes. Remember, Niger Tornadoes won their last match against the Enyimba Rangers, beating the Enyimba Rangers 3-1. And now for Rivers United to come from against the defeat in their previous match against Tornado Shooting Star, and to beat Niger 3-0. It is a good result, and that shows that John Obus and his crew and his team were definitely chasing what they're aiming for something.
Then, of course, in the other game also, okay, that was over the weekend where Enyimba was beating.
Shooting Star, that was it.
Sorry, yesterday Enyimba actually lost to 3SC. It was also
Just 3SC, if you do just have 16 years so far. 3SC, you may see that they may not be fantastic, they may not be playing well when they're trouble. Their own home, they must make sure that you go back empty-handed. And that they have used that as a swapping ground. Anybody, I don't think anybody have done this that have survived. So anytime you must fall, or they have their fans and they have the very fanatic and very jealous fan behind them who are in all the necessary support. So if you get to the 3SC Ibadan, get to the Lagos State Stadium, if you are not if you are not a good player, you will be scared, will be intimidated by the fans behind the 3SC. And that have shown their strength so far. But anytime they travel away without having their fan support, you see the true color of the teams. But when they play at home with their fans behind them, as a number 2 player, then they have all they have, no matter how strong they are. If you like the Enyimba, if you like victories, and all the people who have traveled to this day, traveled to Lagos to Ibadan, have all fall down.
Of course, that one ended 2-0 in the other game. Of course, victories. I mean, against Heartland for this one. You might say a bit of kudos to Heartland for traveling all the way to Bauchi to get to points.
There's an unconfirmed story that is already flying around that even Heartland have been chased out from their hotel. Not people that have been chased out from their hotel due to backlog of debt to the hotelians. So it is really unfortunate that I hope that sometimes the way our government behave, one begin to ask, hope to demand the man with the name Hope. It's not giving hope. I can't imagine somebody a hopeful governor who has a hope. It is expected that the fans and the youth who are playing the game should be I don't think they should have a peace. They should have peace with the hope. But unfortunately, hope Uzodima is not giving hope to the players, and that is quite disturbing. That's quite disturbing, and the hope Uzodima need to give hope to the players.
Of course, away from that now to the Super Falcons, talking about the WAFCON 2023 draw, where the draw will actually hold on Friday, but Super Falcons have been placed in pot 1 ahead of that draw. Also seeded host Morocco and also Cameroon. The draw ceremony will hold at the Mohammed the fourth complex in Rabat, Morocco. The Super Falcons are the defending champions of the competition after claiming the title 4 years ago in Ghana. Of course, quickly, the qualified team here in Cameroon actually qualified teams are Botswana, Burkina Faso, Burundi, Cameroon, Morocco, who are the hosts, Nigeria, Senegal, South Africa, Togo, Tunisia, Uganda, and Zambia. Of course, in pot 1, host Morocco are there. Then, of course, in pot 1 also Cameroon, then also Nigeria. Then, of course, then the remaining teams, Togo, Uganda, Zambia, Burundi, Tunisia, Senegal, Botswana, Burkina Faso, and South Africa. Of course, still on the Super Falcons, where Uchenna Kanu has insisted that the Super Falcons can successfully defend their title in Morocco. Do you think? Are you confident looking at the Super Falcons? Of course, in the last couple of months, how they've been playing recently. Do you really think Super Falcons have what it takes to defend this title in Morocco?
Yeah, it's just as the table is being turning down. If you are going to go for African champions in Women African Cup of Nations, Super Falcons is always a team to beat. Anybody that is coming to the tournament, you really have one thing to scare up, and that is Super Falcons. So it is always expected that anytime Super Falcons is going, it's always going and will come back to that. Remember, I won that particular title for 10 times. So, and one will not be in any way scared or have any doubt that they cannot have the capacity to win the title. Super Falcons, I believe, they still have the capacity to win the title. And their only biggest challenge will be South Africa, will be the South African team, because South African teams in recent time have sacrificed a lot and you see the team, you will be jealous of the team. And particularly after beat the Super Falcons, 4-2 at home in Nigeria, so they'll be buoyant enough and strength with that confidence, both in that confidence that yes, they can, and if they get against Nigerians, they will get the title this time. And if you want things South Africa would really want to ask for is to win this title, because this has been given them, so they would definitely want to prove a point this time around. And in considering the Super Falcons, but looking at the last match they played, the Canada suffered, they lost the first one, lost the first leg 2-1, and then the second leg 2-2. So, and with that, we can say that if the team considering that, but they need to play one, just like that, particularly he said, that Senegal, that the Canada friendly was not good. It was not. It's not a good test. They still need to come home and play an African team. I would like them to have a match with South Africa before the tournament, if it's possible.
Well, we'll see how that pans out. I hope Super Falcons will be able to do the nation proud in faraway Morocco as that championship begin away from that now to the Minister of Youth and Sports, Sunday Dare, who has vowed that he is going to ensure that he completes the renovation of what is known as Nigeria's oldest stadium. That is talking about the Obafemi Awolowo Stadium right there in Ibadan, Oyo State. Recall that under the watch of Sunday Dare, the Abuja Stadium got a complete facelift, renovated, a complete turnaround, and also ongoing. The Lagos Stadium, the National Stadium in Surulere, Lagos, is also getting a facelift, and he has said that he will ensure that before he leaves office, he will also do the same to the stadium right there in Ibadan. Do you think, considering what he has done so far, do you think
whatever anybody may say about Sunday Dare, no matter even his greatest critics, the only area you cannot fault him is in terms of when it comes to facilities. He has tried more than any any of his predecessors. He has in the area of sport facilities, Sunday Dare has done 100% well compared to any of the previous sport minister before him. So, and nobody has even dared to make a step in that area that he has succeeded well. Abuja Stadium has been a state of itself. It come out for many years, for almost 12 years, without anybody. Even after the Abuja Stadium went into the comatose, we have at least almost our 4 ministers, starting from Bolaji Abdullahi, Tami Danagogo, then come to Danlong, and then before this man. But none of these previous ministers before him dare to even come near. Let's make an effort to renovate stadium. The only one that even make it attempt, Bolaji Abdullahi make attempt. I know that one is a long story for another day. Let us not just go there, because that story, we're going to go there, a lot of things will open up. So, but that come, and the surprising about it, he didn't go all those things, do all those things with government money. He's using his ticking cap. That's what they call ticking out of the box. And he has done that rapidly. He's bringing private investors. It's at no cost to government. If it is anything to benefit government, is able to benefiting from it. And private initiative, he has innovated that. I've just to in part like everyone is playing now Lagos Stadium is almost 60% coming back fully to like it's already everything is being done there. And at the same time, there's another mini stadium in the many people are talking about that one a lot because of the location. Daura in Kasina. There's another mini stadium in Daura that has been given a very fitting stadium. That stadium can hold any football match as far as it's concerned. Any age grade competition. That stadium can hold it. And now
Kasina United should have been using it.
But Kasina United have a stadium at the moment Diko Stadium in Kasina.
Yeah, I know, but which is it better than this stadium in Daura?
Well, it depends for them. But the distance between Daura and Kasina is not, although it's still the same state. So maybe they have to play at their own stadium. That stadium is going to host any match. And then maybe one day, for people to get that. So maybe one day, LMC can will shaction any of those any of this
teams.
banish them to like our people play their match, see how that stadium goes. Okay, and now the oldest stadium, Bahrain stadium in Ibadan, is trying to give the facility. A whole lot of work is being done there.
Yeah, but considering the fact that the timing stadium will soon be coming to an end, whether we like it or not. We're almost approaching May, so he has roughly about a year in office.
Except so the director decided to think to go and contest for any competition, any election. If he's not contesting for any election, he still have one. He still find one year. That depends on President Muhammadu Buhari, and decided to do we are no more a minister and fire him. But if Buhari still wants to keep him, he still have a lot of time that they can still spend 1 year in office at the discretion of President Muhammadu Buhari. Because at the discretion of President Muhammadu Buhari. But if President Muhammadu Buhari still keep him, except if he but on his own, if he feel that he want to please go and test his morality in the political contest. A lot of people are being told that they wanted to be governor of Oyo State. It's yet to come out clearly to declare it. But every signals of straight to that he wanted to contest for the governor, but it's clearly yet to come out. A lot of people, even his posters is being flown. It's on the street of Oyo and Ibadan everywhere. But he's yet to come out and say anything to all that. So since he has not come out to him, we'll still give you the benefit of that. We're not interested in any election for himself. But he's not contested, so he still have 1 year to spend as Prime Minister at the discretion of President Muhammadu Buhari. I think that's 1 year. He still doesn't come around.
All right, we'll see how all that works out. But at this point, we'll go for a short break and then we'll come back. Sport Orbit continues. Don't go nowhere.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, welcome back from that break. You're still on to Sports Orbit. Now, away from that now to Chukwueze, who insisted that Villarreal has all it takes to cause an upset when they meet Liverpool in the Champions League at Anfield. Of course, recall that Villarreal have proven to be some sort of giant killers, if you may, by first of all they knocked out Juventus and followed it up with also knocking out the mighty Bayern Munich out of the Champions League, and now they have another date with a rampant Liverpool side. Do you think Villarreal, looking at their pedigree with the teams they've knocked out, you might say, okay, when they play Juventus, you might say Juventus is not what a lot of people expected them to was before. But at least, but for Bayern, whether I like it or not, Bayern is still a crack team. And for Villarreal to knock them out, did that say something about this team?
Bayern is a complete team.
Yeah.
It's even the top favorite for this particular Champions League. And eliminating Bayern Munich was the greatest upset in this Champions League so far. Remember when they first win the first leg and the Villarreal won it was just a fluke that they cannot withstand Bayern. Even we were also said by the time they get to Bayern out of and Bayern can even score the second
exactly
in their usual character. But unfortunately for Bayern tried all they could. To even score a first goal, it takes them for almost about 50 a something minute before they went to break the Villarreal defense. And then Super you come from the best of nowhere else and restore the lead. And that automatically eliminated the Bayern Munich. So now they have a date with Liverpool. And just like the Jason have said, the Liverpool man have said, he said Liverpool will not make the same mistake Juventus and Bayern make. So I don't know the mistake he said. In his own reason, he said maybe Juventus and Bayern underrate Villarreal. One, but Liverpool will not underrate Liverpool. That means they'll see Villarreal as their mate, and they'll be bomber to bomber, attack to attack into each other. But it's just like one thing that these Villarreal has proved that yes, they have all the things to rub shoulder with the big boys. And yes, Liverpool can fight from any angle. They can, no matter how you are, they can only shock you. So it's going to be a 180 minutes encounters and to separate these two sides.
Looking at that last game against Bayern, especially for Chukwueze, who came off the bench to, send Villarreal straight to the semi-final. Do you see the coach trying to at least put him in the starting 11, considering what he done in the last game, or do you expect the coach to still keep him as a super sub where he comes on later?
Sukuj has been going to be maybe is one of his jokers, and I don't think he's going to start him. I don't think he's going to start him. Depending, every game requires different approach. So the approach against Bayern may be different because the strength of the opponents and the approach of the opponent will determine how we are going to play them. So the tactic he play against the Bayern, we may not expect it to see the same tactic. So it depends how Liverpool is going to play. And either he's going to, but I don't see him going to start Sukuj. But Sukuj is, and even though for a lot of players and have also say that Sukuj always play better when he came from the bench. But I don't want to be that is all he could do. But he's also good. He's a very young man. He still have energy. But it depends. But so far, if you look at this season, but whenever he came from the bench, it's part depend on the game. By the time the opponent defense has been weak, you come down to his run the defense. So it depends what Emery will want to do tomorrow. But either he's going to start him, it all depends on him. So all he wants is to use him effectively and get it and the best result. But it's true that Sukuj has come and taken a part of that too. Most importantly, if they win the Champions League, Sukuj will have a place in history.
Yeah, absolutely.
He has contributed tremendously. If not for him, they would have been where they are today.
Looking at you just mentioned that sometimes it looks like he plays better when he comes from the bench after winning the game. Now, going back a bit to his performance for the Super Eagles, do you now think that maybe he was used a bit wrongly because, especially in the Nations Cup, there was this habit of him being a starter, and we didn't see the best of him for most compared in the Nations Cup. Do you think maybe the coaches got it wrong there?
Well, I'm not a coach, so I wouldn't say that the coaches get it wrong. Just like I say every game depends require different approach. So the approach of the Super Eagles of the Arsenal will be different from the approach of the Emery. So, but to me, Emery have used him well, and we are seeing the result.
All right. Away from that now, but still on to the Champions League, where former United and Man City great Andy Cole has said that Guardiola must win the Champions League. Would City to be considered a great coach with City?
Yeah, you don't even need to remind anybody. Even Guardiola inside him, if you ask Guardiola, if you are able to open and check what is reading most brain in his mind is to win the Champions League, not even the Premier League. He has won the Premier League. So whatever he wants to achieve with Man City is to get it. Whatever he wants to achieve with Man City is to get the Champions League trophy. And definitely, so and the coach don't even need to tell him or to remind him. So, but he knows it. But how he either is going to get it is another different ballgame. He has come too close. Last season was in the final, but unfortunately, Thomas Tuchel come from nowhere to have you and deny him of that deal. That's how he's going to go. Now he has the Real Madrid to contend with, to go beyond, to even get to the final first before any other team. So let's say either he's going to survive Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, it's another different ball game. And even yesterday, he was saying that the players, he was urging the players that they should forget the distance between. Well, there's a long gap between Man City and Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Forget the current form. Real Madrid have won the Champions League 13 times, but Man City has never tested it. So that means if you are coming against a trusted team, just a pedigree of history, you'll be bound to give them some level of respect. But it's urging the player that you should forget the history, but just face the team and see them as equal as we are.
Of course, City will of course host Madrid tonight at the Etihad in the first leg of the Champions League, and of course there are huge expectations coming for Guardiola and for City. Recall that last season they came so close to it, playing in the final, but it was not to be. Looking at that match, looking ahead, Madrid and City tonight, do you see City triumphing over Madrid tonight?
It's going to be a very tough clash. It would not. I won't even if you ask Guardiola or Ancelotti, none of them will come out to tell us I'm going to win or I'm going to lose. But it's going to be a very tough game tonight. But if you're looking at it, but City, to me, City has more based on the current form and based on the current status of the individual players at every club. City has a very useful team and a very attacking side compared to Madrid. Madrid got so far with Madrid, apart from if you do Benzema, Madrid and Benzema is at the age of 34. So the age is not on the side compared to the useful attacking of the
but you agree that it looks like as Benzema, the older he's getting, the better he has even become.
Yes. The older as he's getting older, the better he has become. Just like they say old wine tastes better than the new one. So but that's how it's going to be. It's going to be a very tough game tonight, and no doubt both teams has a 50-50 chance to win to this match. It doesn't depend who play at home.
Of course, and considering in this kind of game, sometimes experience counts. When you talk of experience counts. Like you just said, when it comes to the Champions League, I mean, you can't compare Madrid or City, irrespective of the players, but the players will always have that at the back of their mind that, look, we are playing for a team that has won the Champions League 13 times. While for this player, there'll still be that we are still trying to get our first Champions League title. So sometimes it's a psychological thing. You have that confidence that we have won this thing 13 times. So you always want to put that into play. There's always pride at stake. There's this ego thing when you come up against, and looking at the two coaches, two very highly experienced coaches for someone like Ancelotti. In fact, once he wins the league with Madrid this season, I think he'll be the first coach to win a league title in the top 5 leagues in Europe. That's not a small achievement.
That's a very big one. At the same time, win the Champions League. It's win the Champions League. He also won the Champions League. AC Milan, and then at the same time with Real Madrid. But another thing is that, and at the same time, if you look, just like you say, experience matters a lot. Just like if you look at this Madrid team, aside the Madrid have won the Champions League 30 times. The current Madrid players, inside the current Madrid player, you can find about 3 or 4 players who has also won this title 3 times.
Absolutely.
3 times or 4 times. Who has also won this title 4 times. And now you are playing just like you are coming against a player like, for instance, Luka Modric is part of the team that have won the last Champions, the last 4. Is part of the Madrid team that won the last four Champions League. Now he's going to play tonight. And if you see such a player, you know that experience matters a lot. And at the same time, that experience that they were able to go about whatever they said they were trying to do at the second leg, at the second leg of the quarterfinal. So the Luka Modric and Benzema have to go in deep into the experience and to bring the experience and you see that the experience counts. That's why they are because the two players combined together. That's why they combined together. That's 70 years old. 2 of them combined together and were able to deliver Real Madrid their experience that time. So the same thing can still come to play tonight.
All right, we'll be keeping an eye on that.
And don't remember that Man City, Madrid have this character. When they come to your home, they beat you and beat you well. Maybe they will be able to do the same thing they did to Chelsea today. They did to Chelsea last time. I don't know whether it's going to happen. It's a different thing.
We'll be looking out for that one, but I know for a lot of Chelsea fans, they'll be hoping that Man City will help them take some revenge for on Man City, on Madrid.
Well, you can't wait for your step. You can't wait for your stepbrother to pick it for you. If someone beat you, you only pray for the opportunity to fight back. Don't depend on your stepbrother to come and fight for you.
Yes, all right. We'll keep an eye on that one, and tomorrow we'll give you a complete review of all that will go down. That was going to be an interesting game, actually, one to look up for. At this point, that's where we draw the curtains on today's episode of Sports Orbit. It's been nice bringing this show to you in the last 30 plus minutes. Salifu, once again, thank you for being in the studio with me today.
Thank you very much. And then we wish all the betters and those who are the bookmakers who are going to put their money again. God give them the wisdom to put it where they'll be able to earn money.
Exactly. All right. That's all we have for you, viewers. Until we come your way tomorrow again with another exciting and refreshing episode of Sport Orbit. Do well to stay safe out there. And my name is Afa Achu, your host, and it's bye-bye from here.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.